Right. Oh. Let's drop that down a little bit actually. Evening, mate. Evening, Rich. Hi, Dave. Evening, Andy. You alright, mate? Hello. Hi, Dave. Wait for a couple more, then I'll start on the pulley dropper. So, oh god. Hi Jamie, how you doing, buddy? All right? Hope you can all hear me okay and see what's what. Oh my god, excuse me, I am shattered. Hi Tony. Hi Dave. Sorry, get rid of the chuff for a minute. Right. Pulley dropper. Oh, good news, Tone. Ideal, mate, ideal. Right, so some people wanted it, so I'm gonna show you how to do it if you don't already know. So let's start off with an imp. Okay, on the imp you see the little tag up top there. You always want that facing upwards. Okay, so it's a little bit fiddly because you've got a little mid bar there and this bit here. Evening, Rich. You just want to clip it on, so push it on like that. So the little hook is facing down, the little tag is facing up. If you can see that. What are you making? Thought you was going to read a story. That's later, mate. I'm on CBBS later. Right, so that's the first bit, the imp. Okay, right. £70 main body line. Okay, I always use an ASO Ultra Flex. So I'm going to cut this down a bit a minute. I'm going to cut it down a bit more than that actually. So probably 2.5 foot length. Okay, is that going out of focus again, is it? There we go, that's better. Don't know why it does that, but it does. Right, first off, we're going to put the imp on. Okay, I'm going to tie it directly to the imp. So 4 or 5 turns around and back through, if that makes sense. Okay, and then back through again and back through again. Okay, just pull it a little bit tighter there a minute. Okay, wet the knot to make sure it's wet for stop friction and stuff, and pull her down. Make sure it's really in there. Knot puller, it's worth having. So it's really nice and tight now. Okay, right, let's cut that tag off a minute. Right, so the imp is on. Okay, there we go. Right, next, little small micro bead. Slide that on. Now that bead will help when your hook length is sliding down. Will buffer on the knot. Okay, it won't damage the knot. Next, we're going to use a bent bait clip. So there we are. You can see the eye bent back. That's standard bait clip. There we go. So I had a bit of connection problem there. On these, you'll see that the eyes turned as well different. Okay, so slide that down but you want it from the back. Okay, so we're going to go up that way. Okay, right, that's that bit. Then another little micro bead, slide that on and get it on. There we go. Once again, I should be wearing glasses, but I'm not. And then little Gemini pulley bead. A lot of people use swivels. I prefer a pulley bead, so it's personally up to you. Okay, and then another bead, another little micro bead. Right, thing I do different to a lot of people use a normal swivel, normal size. I use a carp fishing helicopter swivel, so I don't know if you can see that or not. So you got massive eye on one side, little small one on the other. That kind of apparent. That's my little tweak that I use. I've seen them on the smaller swivels or the diamond shaped swivels, not release. So that's why I use a bigger eye. So once again, 3-4 times around. Evening, Jed, sorry. And then back for again a couple of times. So you've got that sort of look. Wet it again. Slide it down. Get the knot puller. Make sure it's nice and tight. And the knot is slid right down. There we are. Right, so what we should have is the imp once again, tag end up, hook down, the hook or the bait clip down. Hi Si, how you doing bud? Alright. Next to the bead, then a bent bait clip. And I've gone through the back. So I've gone up the shaft of the bait clip and gone up through the back. Next to another bead, pulley bead. You can use a swivel like I said, but I prefer to use one of the proper pulley beads. Another bead there, and then like I said, I use, it's a Cordo, I don't know if you can see that right, it's a Cordo one, and it's a helicopter swivel compared to the other swivel, which is, see the eyes are totally different, so that's a lot bigger. And the idea of that is that when your bent bait clip is up like that, that will hook in like, sorry, excuse me, all fingers and thumbs, will hook in like that. I don't know if you can see that okay. And it's more, so easy, nice and easy, bigger area for it to release as well, so it'll come out a lot nicer than our swivels. Stay away from the diamond eyed swivels. So right, next we are going to go for the hook length. Nope, sorry, before that we do that on your bent bait clip. Get a swivel, slide it down, and if I can get in there. That is where your hook length is going to go, your snood, whatever you want to call it, is going to go. Right, going to be using £20 Amnesia again, memory free monofilament. I prefer using it. So I'll tie that on a minute onto the swivel. Once again, 4 or 5 times it turns around, through the hole, back through the big hole, back through the big hole again, weten your knot and pull it nice and tight. Okay, cut the tag off. Right, so a bit fiddly for me to do this, but that's right. Let's pull it up a little bit if I can. Nope. Slide that up there a minute. Just gonna, what I've done, I've just pulled everything up tight a minute. Just gonna get a rough where my hook's gonna go. This is about that. Okay. Probably got a good 18 inches of 20-pound amnesia there. You know, you can use a pennel. Hi Rich, you can use a pennel if you want to use a pennel, but I prefer, especially when I'm raying, there's one of the little rubber bait stops, comes on one of those, or little knot stops, whatever you want to call it. Slide it up, wet it a little bit, and push it up. Next, I'm going to put a little, I don't know if you can see that or not, little sequin, okay. Right, and then 4.0 Sakuma Extra Manta again. Now, as I said in one of my other videos, get your hook. You want to just be careful, but offset it. Offset a little bit more than that, yeah. Right. So, if you can see that right there, I've offset it. Okay. Sorry for the fish to eject it. Right, let's tie this hook on a minute. Like I said, there's all different ways to do it, but this is the way I do it, where I prefer to do it. Right, friction on the knot again, same knot as before, pull it down, nice and tight, cut the tag off. You can, if you want, instead of using imp as well, use a splashdown if you want, but imp seems to be a bit better. Right, so let's go right from the beginning again a minute for you. So you've got the imp, little tag end faces up, little hook faces down. Okay, so then we got a bead on 70-pound rig body, and this is probably, like I said, probably a good 2.5 foot long. Then high peak, bent bait clip there, swivel attached to that. Then we got another bead, Gemini pulley bead, another bead, and then the helicopter swivel. Reason being, bigger eyelet, and it just release out the bent clip a lot easier. So if I can quickly just excuse me, hope everyone's well anyway. Right, okay, and then, oh come on, in the imp, you little monkey. Nothing ever goes to plan, does it? Nearly. Right, there we go. Right. Just tag that in there a minute. It's a bit hard when it's not on your thing, but that's the so the imp hook's gone into that, and that's how it looks up at the top, like that. So when it hits the water, it does that. Really nice and quick. Your hook length then will slide right down between the two beads, right on top of the imp, and then you've got a nice long snood down, away. And that is it, guys. That's a pulley dropper. But the only tweak I do, like I said, is use a bigger eyelet swivel, helicopter one, because it's not taking no pressure as such. All the shot, the cast will be actually in your 70-pound rig body, and that is it. So if you want me to go for it again, for your will. So if I don't get tangled up here, so you've got the imp, There we go, tag end up, that bit down, so obviously when it's in water that flies up and hook's released. Bead, that's just a buffer on the knot to save the knot from getting damaged. Then we got the bent bait clip with a swivel attached which goes onto your snood. Then another bead to help really on the to fit in there nice and tight into your Gemini. Pulley bead, another bead, big swivel, and then going down to the hook length, which is, like I said, 20 pound amnesia. Up to you what you use, but I prefer 20 pound amnesia. Then rubber bait stop, obviously slide it down a bit for your bait. I've got a sequin as well to help the bait not flying up. And then tied on, offset the hook, just harder for the fish to eject, that's all. Nice and short. Personally I prefer the up and over, but everyone's got their own preferences and what they like to use. So another thing, when you know, a few of us going to Chesil as well, I don't see many people taking files. Always worth taking a file. Sharpen your hooks every time you come off like a stony beach. I mean, you'd be surprised how blunt your hooks get. But that's it, guys. That's a pulley dropper. So if there's anything else you want me to make, give us a shout. But that is it. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And there you go. Right, still won't catch you fish eyes though. It probably won't. Anyhow, good night everybody, and thanks for watching again. If there's anything you want to want me to do, give us a shout, and I'll see if I can make one up. But have a good evening all, and take care. I'll see you all later. I'm at Sam. You prefer mantas or manta extra, mate, or is it each to their own? I prefer extra mantas, mate. Obviously in the smaller range I go for mantas. There are Sakumas, 6Os these ones are, for the bigger baits I like to use. But yeah, I think they're cracking up. What else have I used? I'll tell you what I did use a long time ago, if I find it. These are is that them? There we go. When I use eel and stuff. See you Thursday, Si. See you later, Dave. Alright, Craig. Can you make a conger rig, mate? Do that live. You can do it, Sam, if you want to do it, mate. Hi, Kev. Yeah, these are the fine wire ones I've used as well in the past. These are from I always get his name wrong, Edgelifka or Escalifka it's called. Padstow Angling. Use them for my eel, and they're just really nice fine, strong hooked. Just seems to cause very minimal damage, especially when you're using live eel and stuff. So it's worth a thought. But anyhow, guys, take care, have a good evening, and I'll catch you all very soon. Take care, everybody. See you later.